The hospital hallway was eerily silent, except for the faint sound of heart monitor coming from Soyeon's room. Through the small glass window, the doctor carefully observed her condition. Susie stood at the door, her hands trembling as she wiped away her endless tears. Her baby, her only daughter, was lying there unconscious. Her heart felt like it was being ripped apart. Unable to stand still, she turned and spotted Jungkook. He was leaning against the wall, his head forward, lowered, eyes brimming with tears. Without thinking, Susie rushed to him, and before Jungkook could react, she threw her arms around him, sobbing uncontrollably. Jungkook's body tasted in shock. Jisoo, who was standing nearby, narrowed his eyes immediately. He didn't like it. He didn't like seeing someone else hugging what his mother's. Jungkook still froze, unsure of what to do. He wasn't used to Susie being vulnerable, but she was a mother in pain, a mother who was losing control of her emotion. So for once, he didn't push her away. Susie's finger curled into his shirt as she cried harder. Susie, go. She will be okay, right? Tell me she will be okay. Shankar wanted to say yes. He wanted to promise her that their daughter would wake up, smile at them, call her mom again, but he couldn't because he didn't know. So instead, he closed his eyes and wept, whispering, "She has to be." Susie and Shankar stood together, not as a broken couple, but as two terrifying parents. Susie sobbed lowered as she clung to Shankar, seeking comfort in him, but then her eyes landed on Shinsu. He stood a few steps away, his tiny fist clenching. He looked angry. He didn't like the way she hugged his father, didn't like seeing his father in someone else's arms, didn't like the way his mother had cried for years. Yet this woman was hugging his appa like she had any rights on him. But before he could say anything, Susie moved. Her tear-streaked face twisted with anger as she stomped toward him, and before Jungkook could stop her, she grabbed Shinsu's small arm, her fingers tightening around it. Susie, shoo, she hisses in rage. Jinsu's eyes widened, his small body stiffening. Let go, Susie. What did you do to my daughter? Susie screamed, shaking him slightly. Why was she on the road? Why was she hurt? Jinsu was scared. I didn't do anything. It was an accident. Susie, liar. She would never get hurt like that if it wasn't for you. Jinsu's eyes filled with tears. His steady hand tried to push her hand away, but she was too strong. Let go of me. He tried again, but Susie's anger couldn't color her mind. She shook him harder. Because of you, I might lose my daughter. Jungkook, Susie, enough. In an instant, he pulled Shinsu from her, gasp, shielding his body behind him. He glares at her with rage. You don't touch him, ever. Susie stumbling back, still breathing heavily. Jungkook, I said enough. Jinsu is a child. He is my child. Do you hear yourself right now? You? Are you accusing a kid? Jungkook knelt beside Shinsu, shaking his arm carefully. The small handprint on his delicate skin made something snap inside Jungkook. He took a deep breath and turned to Susie. His voice was colder than ice. If you ever lay a hand on my son again, Susie, I swear I will never forgive you. Susie's eyes widened, her breath catching in her throat. Don't forgive me. But let me get my answer, Jungkook. She looked back at Shinsu, who was hiding behind Jungkook. You just tell me, what did you do to my daughter? Why did she get into an accident? Jinsu hides his face behind his father's back, afraid to face the angry woman. I didn't do anything. She was the one who asked me to play on the road. I swear I wasn't the one. He hugged his dad's shirt from behind. Dad believed me. When Jungkook turned back, he saw tears and honesty in Shinsu's eyes. Jungkook softly wiped Shinsu's tears. I believe you, my son. Jinsu quickly hugged his dad, not able to hold back his tears. I believe him, Susie. He turned back to Susie. He cannot do any harm to anyone. Susie's eyes poured more tears. Hearing Jungkook cry, she nodded while crying. Now outsider have become your family and the real family is outsider. Jungkook angrily turned his head toward Susie. The voice came out warning, all guilt and pain vanished. There was only anger in his eyes. Don't you dare to call them outsider. They were never outsider. They were always my family, not you. He pointed his finger at her. Susie. Right, Jungkook. And that's why. He saw you with your real family and got jealous. So he pushed my daughter and before she formed complete her sentence, a slap landed on her face, and her face tilted to another side. Shankar was burning with anger when she accused Shinso, his fingers pointing at her, teeth gritting. Never accuse my son for a cheap thing. Remember that. My son is not a cheap person who will do such a thing. Susie quickly turned her head to him, her hands holding her red cheek, glaring at Jungkook. And from how long you know him, Jungkook, that you can believe this boy over your daughter, whom you have been seeing from so long? Jungkook, yeah, you are right, Susie. I may not know him from long, but the much I know him is enough to know he cannot cause any harm to anyone, not just her, but he cannot cause anyone any harm. But about your daughter, I can't say that, and you yourself know this, that she has once tried the same thing on a little kid who just got wanted to play with her. Have you forgot that day, Susie? Susie's chest was going up and down with the anger and fear. I don't need to know. She looked away from them. Shanku crossed his arms. Why not, Susie? Now you are embarrassed to hear that your daughter actually tried to kill a boy by pushing him down the hills just because she lost a game against that kid. Susie's eyes widened in horror. She glares at Shankuk and then looked away. You don't have to remind me that, Shankuk. Why not? After all, she tried to use the same trick on my son. Susie looked back at him in horror. I know her, bitter Susie. Don't give me that look. She must have tried to harm him, but instead she got harmed. I bet Susie. By now, Susie was sweating. A doctor walked outside. Are you guys her parents? Jungkook hesitated but nodded. Please, we need blood. We run out of blood. Susie immediately walked closer to the doctor, crying, I'm ready to donate, please. The doctor nodded and they both walked inside. Jungkook turned to Shinso. He saw the boy crying, afraid to face anyone. Everything will be fine. Jungkook grabbed Shinso's hand and laid him to sit on the bench beside him and hugged him from the side. Tessa warned the boy to get scared more. Tell me, did she try to harm you? Jinsu looked up at his father, who was already looking at him. Shankuk smiled, ruffling his soft hair. Tell Appa everything, Shinso. Appa is with you. No one will say anything to you. I will make sure of that. Jinsu quickly hugged his father by his torso. Jinsu sobbed quietly, his small body trembling as he clung to Shankuk's hand. Shankuk's arm wrapped around him protectively, his large hand gently rubbing his back, giving him silent comfort. He could feel Jinsu's little heart racing against his chest. Jinsu, Shankuk whispered softly, tell me everything. What happened outside with you and Soyeon? Jinsu sniffed, putting his face against his father's shirt. Jungkook waited patiently, never losing his hold. Jinsu, she wanted to play football with me. Jungkook nodded, encouraging him to continue. Jinsu's finger curled into Jungkook's lips. At first, I said no, but she insisted, so I agreed. She kicked the ball to me and then she pushed me. Jinsu's voice cracked, his tiny body trembling harder, but she fell instead. The ground was sloping and she slid down to the road. Shankuk's breath issued. Jinsu gripped his father's shirt tightly. Appa, I didn't mean for her to get hurt. I swear. I just wanted to be friend. Shankuk closed his eyes. The desperation in his son's voice broke him. And then the car, it hit her. A fresh wave of tears escaped his eyes. Shankuk tightened his embrace, resting his chin on Jinsu's head. Shh, it's okay, baby, it's okay. He whispered, rocking him gently. Jinsu shook his head. But it's not okay. Nuna is hurt because of me. Shankuk pulled back slightly, keeping Jinsu's face. Look at me. Jinsu hesitated before meeting his father's kiss. Shankuk wiped his tears away with his thumb. It wasn't your fault, Jinsu. Jinsu sobbed. But, Shankuk, it was an accident. Shankuk interrupted softly. You didn't push her. You didn't want her to get hurt. That's what matters. Jinsu hiccuped. his tiny finger clutching onto Shankuk's hand. But Nona hates me, and Mommy will hate me too. Shankuk's heart shattered. He pulled Jinsu back to his arms, pressing a gentle kiss on his forehead. No one is going to hate you, baby. Not while I am here. Jinsu sobbed harder, letting himself melt into his father's warmth, and Jungkook held him tighter silently, promising that he would never let his son face this pain alone again. Jungkook's phone vibrated in his pocket. He hesitated for a moment before pulling it out. It was Thong. His thumb hovered over the screen, his heart pounding. For a split second, he considered ignoring it, but then he answered, "Hello, Thong." "Hey." Thong's voice came out through soft and filled with concern. "How did he talk with Suzuko about the divorce?" Jungkook ran a hand through his hair, exhaling deeply. "It was okay, good, even, but..." Before he could finish, the Dr. Soyeon's hospital room opened. The doctor stepped out. Suzy stood beside him, her face pale, her hands shaking. Jungkook's stomach dropped. Something was wrong. The doctor cleared his throat, looking directly at Jungkook. "Mr. John, we need a blood transfusion immediately." Jungkook, blood ran cold. "But you got her mother's just now," the doctor said. "Soyeon has lost a lot of blood, and we need a donor. Unfortunately, her mother's blood type does not match." Susie's head hung low, tears dripping down on the floor. "The father needs to donate," the doctor continued. "Right now, it's urgent." Jungkook didn't think twice. He handed the phone to Shinso, who looked confused. "Stay here. I will be back soon." "Okay," Jungkook said, ruffling Shinso's hair. Shinso nodded hesitantly, gripping the phone. Jungkook looked back at the doctor. "Let's do it." Without another word, he rushed inside. Thong, hands tightened around the phone, his heart pounding violently. He had heard everything. Jungkook, whom he had just gotten back after so many years, was giving blood. But to whom? His breath issued, panic rushed through his body. And then a small voice came through the phone. "Mommy?" It was Jinsu. The phone call was still connected. Jinsu must have picked it up. "Thong." "Jinsu?" Thong was trembling. "What happened? Are you okay? Is Jungkook okay?" For a moment, there was a silence. Jinsu hesitated. Thong's heart nearly dropped. "Baby, talk to me. Tell me what's going on." And then Jinsu let out a sob. "Appa is fine," he sniffed. "But Nuna is hurt." Thong froze, his mind struggling to process. "Nuna? Soyeon?" Jinsu nodded, even though Thong couldn't see him. "She got hit by a car, Mommy, and now Appa is giving her blood." Thong's were shattered, his knees felt weak. Jungkook was in the hospital room right now, donating his blood to save his daughter. His hands trembled as she gripped the phone tightly. Jinsu's little voice came again, shaky and scared. "Mommy, is Nuna going to die?" Thong squeezed his eyes shut, his own tears falling freely now. "No, baby," he whispered, more to himself than to Jinsu. "She won't, she can't. Because if someone happened to Soyeon, if something happened to Jungkook, Thong wasn't sure if he could survive it." Jungkook stepped out of the hospital room, his voice slightly weak from the blood test, but none of that mattered, because right now his mind was racing. The doctor heard echoes in his head. "Mr. John, your blood type doesn't match either." Jungkook stared at Suzy, who stood against the wall, her head hanging low. She refused to meet his gaze. "Suzy, look at me." She blinked but didn't move. Jungkook took a deep breath, forcing him to stay calm. He had always suspected it. For years, something felt off. Soyeon never truly felt like his daughter. She didn't look like him. She didn't act like him. There was always something missing. And now this was the final proof. His blood didn't match. Which means only one thing. Soyeon wasn't his child. Jungkook felt echo. "Is she mine?" She still didn't answer. "Suzy." Jungkook was darkening, his patience running out. "Is she mine?" Suzy's breath issued, her body trembling, and then she finally lifted her head. Her tear-filled eyes met his. Jungkook stared at Suzy, his face clenching. She refused to admit it. "She is your daughter. It doesn't matter if your blood doesn't match. Biology doesn't define family." Shankar let out a bitter scoff, running a hand through his hair. Family? You have been lying to me for years and now you want to talk about the family? Susie took a shaky breath. She is yours. You raised her. You were there since the day she was born. Shankar shook his head. No, this wasn't just about the raising who. This was about trust, about lies, about the betrayal. He opened his mouth to say something, but before he could, Doctor, Mr. John, the doctor rushed toward in edges. Jungkook anchor vanished. What is it? He asked the doctor. We are running out of time. Soyeon's condition is worsening. If we don't find blood mass soon, she won't make it. Susie gasped, her hands flying around her mouth. Jungkook's breath caught in his throat. The doctor looked at both of them. I suggest the parents try to find a donor immediately. Susie froze. Jungkook too. Parents? But he wasn't her father. And now the truth could no longer be avoided. Jungkook's hand shook as he pulled out his phone, dialing Rain's number. Rain, find a donor now. Rain, I'm already trying, sir, but it's hard to find a match this quickly in Korea. I haven't been in Korea since so long, sir. Before Jungkook could respond, an unfamiliar voice said, No need for that. Jungkook, Susie, and the doctor turned toward the voice. A man stood there tall, broad-shouldered, a black leather jacket hanging loosely off his shoulder, a speck tugging on the corner of his lip. Everything about him screamed danger, like a thief, a mafia member, someone who didn't belong to the hospital. Jungkook's body tensed immediately. The man walked closer, hand in his pocket. I heard there's a little girl lying. His tone was casual, too casual for this situation. And it's just so happening. I have the blood type, so you need. The doctor's eyes widened. You are a match? The man nodded lazily. That's right, I will donate. Jungkook hesitated. Something went wrong. His gut screaming him to refuse. But then the doctor spoke again. Mr. John, we don't have time. If he is willing, we need to proceed immediately. Jungkook retained his seat, looking at the stranger carefully. Why would you help? His tone was short. The man smiled. Oh, I don't do charity. He tilted his head slightly, his dark gaze locking onto Jungkook. I will donate blood, but it's going to cost you. Jungkook glared at him. How much? The man smirked, lowering his shoulder. Enough to make it worth my time? Jungkook exhaled sharply, his fist clenching. There was no time to argue, no time to question. Fine, name your price. The man shook, running a hand through his hair. We will talk about that later. He turned it toward the doctor. Let's go. We don't want the kid to die, do we? The doctor nodded quickly, leading his toward the blood transformation room. But as the man walked past, he suddenly winked, not at Jungkook, at Susie. Susie's breath issued. Something about him felt familiar, too familiar. And when his eyes met hers, a sweat curled on his lip, as if he knew exactly who she was. Susie stumbled back slightly, her mind racing. Who was he? And why did he feel like she had met him before? Next day came. Jinsu and Jungkook stayed in the hospital. Thong has been in touch with them by the call. He wanted to come here and be with them, but Jungkook clearly denied. He said Thong doesn't need to worry. He will handle everything here. The doctor just came out of the Soyeon's room calling for the mother because Soyeon just got her conscience back and was calling for her mother, wanting to talk to her mother. Now Susie was there in her room. Susie sat beside Soyeon's hospital bed, her fingers trembling as she held her daughter's small, cold hand. Tears streamed down her face as she gently stroked Soyeon's hair. Baby, mommy is here. She whispered, her voice breaking. Please wake up. Soyeon's breath was steady, but she remained unconscious. Susie bit her lip. She was guilty, but for what she herself doesn't know. This was all her fault. She had been so blinded by her own selfishness, by her anger toward Jungkook and Jisoo, that she had ignored it that truly mattered. She tightened her grip on her daughter's hand, bringing it to her forehead as fresh sobs shook her body. I'm sorry, she cried softly. I'm so sorry. Her heart aged as she looked at Soyeon's small fragile body. For years, she had told herself that Soyeon belonged to Jungkook, that as long as she hid the truth, everything would be fine. But now everything was falling apart. Her lies, her marriage, her daughter's life hanging by a thread. Soyeon's finger twitched slightly in Susie's arm. Susie gasped, "Baby?" Soyeon eyelashes fluttered weakly. She let a soft whimper, her lips parting slightly. "Mom?" Her voice was faint, purely above a whisper. Susie nodded quickly, tears falling faster. "Yes, baby, Mommy is here." Soyeon's eyes slowly opened, her vision blurry. She blinked a few times before weakly looking around. Her mother's face came into view, and a tiny frown formed on her lip. "What happened?" Susie let out a shaky breath, brushing Soyeon's hair back. She got into her accident, sweetheart. Soyeon's brows furrowed, slightly confused. "Mommy?" She sniffed weakly. I don't want to die. My body is itching so bad." Susie's heart shattered. "No, baby, don't say that." She squeezed Soyeon's hand desperately. "You are not going to die. Mommy won't let anything happen to you." Soyeon's lip trembled. "I was so scared, Mommy." Susie bit her soap, pressing a shaky kiss to Soyeon's forehead. "I know, baby, I know. But you are safe now. You are safe." Her heart was still racing from the fear, almost losing her daughter. But one question, one doubt kept bringing her mind. She swallowed, looking at Soyeon's tired eyes. "Baby," her voice was hesitant carefully. "Did Jinsu do this to you?" Soyeon's eyes flashed guilt, shame, fear. She bit her lip, hesitating. But just then someone outside the room stilled. It was Rain. He had been passing by. But the moment he heard Susie's question, he stopped. Curiously sparkled in him. But more than that, he had a gut feeling that something was about to reveal. Quickly, he pulled out his phone, pressing a recorder button. Then, with careful movement, he pushed the door open slightly, just enough to record them. Inside, Soyeon let out a shaky breath, her fingers curling into the hospital bill patient as fresh tears welled up in her eyes. "Soyeon, Mommy," she whispered. "I got angry." Susie was furious. "Angry about what?" Soyeon stated. "When Daddy didn't listen to us, to our cries, to our pleas, I got mad at Shinsu," she admitted. "I thought it was his fault that Daddy didn't love us anymore." Susie's breath itched. Rain gasped. His hand flew to cover his mouth. Soyeon cupped her small hands, trembling. "I wanted to teach him a lesson," she sobbed. "So I pushed him, but instead I slipped. The ground was sloppy, and then the car." Susie's eyes widened in shock. You tried to hurt Shinsu?" Soyeon nodded weakly, fresh tears streaming down her pale cheek. "But instead, I got hurt, Mommy. I'm sorry. I didn't want to worry you. I'm sorry. You're already going through so much, but I added more into your plate. I'm sorry, Mommy." She cried harder. Outside the room, Rain's eyes widened more, hearing the truth. He had all the proof he needed. Rain walked away from Soyeon's hospital room, his heart pounding in his chest. The recorded video in his phone felt like a weapon that could change everything. He had two choices: tell Jungkook the truth or use this to his advantage. And deep down, he already knew what he wanted. Jungkook was his. He had Mrs. Yeon's approval. He had waited for his chance. If Jungkook found out the truth now, he would leave. He would go back to town. No. Rain tightened his grip on his phone. He wasn't going to let that happen. Just then Jungkook appeared, walking close to him. "Rain, what happened? Did you find the doctor?" Rain swallowed, forcing a smile. "Yes, sir. The transformation is done. Soyeon is stable now." Jungkook exhaled in relief, running a hand through his hair. "Thank God." Rain watched him carefully. Should he tell him? No, not now, because he knew what was coming next. Susie was going to use this situation. She was going to manipulate Jungkook. She was going to cry, plead, beg him to stay. And worse, she was going to blame Shinsu. If Jungkook didn't know the truth, he would feel guilty. He would feel obligated to stay. And if Rain Let that happen, then Jungkook would go back to Taeyong. This was his chance, a chance to keep Jungkook by his side. So he took a deep breath, forcing a calm smile. Rain, everything will be fine, sir. Just take care of yourself too. Jungkook nodded distractedly, already lost in thought, and as Rain watched him walk away, his finger tightened around the phone because now he had power and he wasn't going to waste it. He is going to use it to blackmail Suzy. Suzy sat on Soyeon's hospital bed, her fingers gently stroking her daughter's hair. Her mind was spinning, screaming for the way to control the situation. She knew Jungkook. If he learned the truth, he would walk away, and she couldn't let that happen. Soyeon slowly turned her head toward her mommy. Mommy, what's going to happen now? Is Daddy going to leave us? Did you sign the divorce papers Daddy gave you? Suzy inhaled deeply, forcing a sad smile. She nodded to handle this carefully. Baby, she whispered, wiping Soyeon's tears. Do you want your daddy to stay with us? Soyeon nodded quickly, clutching her mother's hand. Yes, I want us to stay. Suzy swallowed, pressing a kiss on Soyeon's forehead. Then, baby, mommy needs you to do something for me. Soyeon blinked confusedly. What is it? Suzy kept her daughter face gently. You can't tell daddy what really happened. Soyeon. But I was the one who. Suzy. No. Suzy cut her off. That's not what happened. Soyeon stares at her mother. But mommy. Suzy, listen to me, baby. Her eyes filled with fake tears. If daddy finds out, he will leave us. Soyeon's breath issued. Suzy let out a shaky sob, brushing Soyeon's hair again. Do you want daddy to leave us? Soyeon shook her head. No, I don't. Suzy, then we have to make sure he stays. Soyeon looked at her mother in confusion. How? Suzy took a deep breath and whispered. You have to tell him that she is so pushed you. Soyeon eyes widened. But that's not the truth. Suzy tightened her grip on her daughter's hand. It doesn't matter, baby. What matters is keeping your family together. Soyeon. But Jinsu didn't. Suzy. Jinsu doesn't like us. He told you that. He said that you and I were interrupting his family. That's why he got angry and pushed you. That's the truth, okay? You have to tell him. Soyeon felt guilty for Jinsu. She remembered how he tried to be her friend, how sweet that boy was, how friendly he was, how scared he was when she was falling down. She also remembered how her father hugged him, protected him. Something inside her hurt. Suzy leaned in closer, wiping Soyeon's tears. Baby, if you don't say this, Daddy will leave. Soyeon, he will? Suzy nodded. Yes, he will leave us forever. Do you want that? Soyeon squeezed her eyes shut. She wanted her family to stay. She wanted to be his daughter, even if it means lying. So, with a broken sob, she nodded. Okay, mommy, I will do it.